Hey guys, welcome back to Flathead Ron's Garage. Well, today I'm just kind of putting away stuff, moving things out of the way, because, in a cramped garage, if you just by chance snag yourself on something and you trip and go down, I'd rather go down on a flat floor than an engine hoist or an engine stand or something like that. I've been laying low lately. I've been taking a little bit of recuperation time. About 2 weeks ago, we took a trip on the California Zephyr up to Reno, and it was a really nice trip. There's a little bit of snow flying on the way up. But
there's Donner's Lake.
Well, in summer, that's a wonderful place to go.
we stayed in Reno, and we were on the 24th floor, and we got to see it snow for a couple nights, and it'd be really cool if we would have had a balcony though. Yeah, with my luck I would have slipped and fell. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys a peek of where I'm at, how I got here. As you can see, I've done a little work to my firewall. I put a patch panel here and welded up the holes that were in this area the throttle cable came through. I'm going to bring them through underneath here, so that way I don't have anything other than a plaque over here and a plaque over here that goes in with rivets. I wanted to kind of keep it relatively flat. I cleaned up quite a bit in it. I'm going to put new bolts here holding the front part of the cab on the frame. And hopefully that'll be the last time I have to do it. I've also done some upgrading on the steering. Let me show you that. Down here on the spindle, I had these little arms that came off the bottom part of the spindle, and they've been heated and bent and heated and bent, and I just don't know how long they're going to last. They're too short. I'm not getting enough leverage on it, so I went with some extra, not extra, but I went with some aftermarket arms. So I've got these arms on both sides, but if you remember, I had what they call push-pull steering. So what I'm doing now is I had a chance and picked up a steering box, and I'm going for cross steering. Let me show you the steering box. Here it is right here. Thanks to a good friend of mine, Everett. He had it and he wasn't using it, and we made a little deal, and I came home with that, the double D steering shaft, a joint. I've already had it hooked up. I disconnected it to do the work on the firewall, and a pitman arm. A pitman arm has claws. It grabs a hold of you. Anyway, all I have to do now is measure for a 31-inch, all I have to do now is go out in the shed and find a piece of pipe. See if I have a piece of pipe that I could put these 11/16 threads in, and you know something, one of them's going to be reverse threads. I need to think about this part of it a little bit longer, but here's what I did down on the frame. It's brand new. Here's where I welded the plate in the frame right here. This is where the other steering box was sitting right here, and it came in about this far. That's why I had to end up shifting the motor over an inch. So I don't think I'm going to have a problem anymore. I can kind of bring it back this way just a little bit. but this is where I welded it in. So the box frame goes all the way back. Drilled a through hole here, put a pipe in there, welded it in, and bolted it. And it's got a mount welded onto the frame, and I've got the bolts underneath also on the mount. But lately I've been just kind of laying low. My back's been hurting pretty bad, and I'm just going to have to take it easy on this. I wanted to do this stuff here because I had the engine out and I had full access to everything here without welding and filling and sanding and priming and painting with the motor in it right after I got done. And I don't want to put the motor in until I get all this stuff done. I've also been doing this. I'm going to finish welding up the square hole right there, that rectangle. I welded up everything else. I think I want a smooth firewall instead of anything hanging on it. Well, a coil or anything. There might be something else hanging on it. All the way down here in my bell housing, I can see I've sprayed it down and wiped it a couple times, so it's not real shiny, but when I first pulled the motor out, it was real shiny. When I had the mishap with the starter and it bumped that ring gear and chipped that tooth, well, one of my viewers, who's also a YouTube creator, has an eagle eye, Mart. He saw the ring gear was askew on the flywheel. So last night I was looking at it, and he's exactly right. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your eagle eye. And what we're thinking is the ring gear was tapping on the flywheel, and that's the noise I heard. Everything else I'm finding is because the oil pump quit on me, and it ran for a little bit without any oil circulation. And this was the smoking gun, so to speak. Thank you very much again, Mart, for bringing this to my attention. I'm going to modify this arm over here for the clutch since I'm in there, but I thought since I had the motor out, I'd go ahead and take care of this. So tell me what you guys think. I just thought I'd throw a short video in there. I'm getting some parts in. I've got my rod bearings in. I've got a new starter in. I've got some half-inch aluminum with the AN fittings for my full flow oil. I've got all kinds of other stuff in. So we're going to be having fun with this one. Well, guys, thanks for joining me here today and checking up and seeing the progress that I've made. I wish I had more video for you, but that's all I've got. It's hard to do video and get some work done at the same time. I just get into work mode and I can't help myself. I just start snowballing. But we'll get some paint on this firewall today and start assembly out of the motor. Thank you for joining me here at Flathead Ron's Garage. I'll see you next time. Be safe in the shop. Okay? Bye, guys.